WWE was doing, their promotion, build up, and overall pay per view stuff weekend in France for WWE Backlash. The WWE still did their, typical, cuts. We saw a couple weeks ago they did it for the main roster, but this past weekend they did it for NXT. A good handful of NXT talent was cut. Two men in particular, Drew Gulak and one Gable Steveson. Now, I kind of talked about Drew Gulak before, but this video in particular is about one man, Gable Steveson. And it sucks when someone, obviously they work hard enough to get an opportunity to work at a company like WWE, and then they're no longer there. Like they're cut, they're fired, they're given the pink slip, the whole 9 yards. But with Gable Steveson, this was like the one release everybody was hoping it would happen. Like people have been calling for Gable Steveson to get released for days, for weeks, for months, and now that it's finally happened, everyone has been pretty much celebrating it like our good Lord descended from the heavens. Like that's literally how Gable Stevenson's firing felt like. And to pretty much kind of talk about it in this video a little bit as to why exactly Gable Steveson, failed in the WWE. Because granted, he did the amateur wrestling stuff, and his amateur wrestling career is a whole different story. The dude is a two-time national NCAA national champion. That's a big deal. That career obviously didn't translate to what he did in the WWE. Like, I want to say all this stuff really started when he and Brock started, hanging out, started training together, and because Gable Steveson went to the University of Minnesota, same as Brock Lesnar back in his heyday, and seeing them hanging out together, and I guess WWE fans automatically assumed, hey, if we can get Gable Steveson to WWE, that could be something. Clearly, the WWE management saw that because now he's going to the shows, he's taking pictures with Vince, he's taking pictures with Steph, he's taking pictures with Roman. He's getting dabbed up by Bobby Lashley. He's showing his gold medal off on national TV on Monday Night Raw and everything. And the WWE, you could tell they were putting all their chips into the table and wanted to go all in with this guy because soon after he had the big spot at WrestleMania 39, he's in the ring. He belly-to-belly suplex Chad Gable. Or I want to say WrestleMania 38, excuse me. But still, it was at WrestleMania, biggest show of the year. He gets drafted to Monday Night Raw. Man hadn't had a match yet, hadn't had a feud yet, hadn't cut a promo, and he's already getting drafted to Monday Night Raw. Stephanie holding up his hand, pointing to him, like he's the next big thing. So WWE was already looking at this dude and being like, yo, man, this guy is the next big thing. This guy is the future top star of the company. So how did it all go wrong? First things first, I'll bring up the allegations. Back in college, he had some, again, the Minnesota, him, I think, and another teammate of his, they had some allegations, and it got brought back up into the limelight, and a lot of fans heard about that, and they immediately was like, "Yo, get this dude off TV. I don't want to see this dude wrestle. I don't want to see this dude cut a promo. I don't even want to see this dude have a match. Cut this man right now." But another thing that played a huge role into it, since the moment that he got into that ring, they were trying to promote Gable Steveson as the next Kurt Angle. Hell, he gets drafted to Raw, goes radio silent for months. They did the whole angle. Him and his parents were in the room, and they were celebrating him like his lifelong dream just became a reality. And then the next time you see him, he's with Kurt Angle on SmackDown. They do the whole little milk stuff, the milk angle with Alpha Academy. But they were trying to make him seem like he was the next Kurt Angle and anything. And what even made it 10 times worse is that, not only being compared to Kurt Angle, but there's a dude in the WWE right now who is already kind of duplicating Kurt Angle and is already doing it way better than you, and that's Chad Gable. So just trying to compare it's the contrast. It was a recipe for mother effing disaster. And then he goes down to NXT, does the shit down there, and then they even had him do that little segment. They did an ad and everything. I remember of him. Oh, where should I go next? I'm gonna do this whole signing draft day where I decide which brand I'm gonna go to. When you were just drafted to Raw like a good year or so ago, and now you're already on NXT, and you're picking a brand, and you pick NXT, and then that didn't last long, obviously, because he did the feud with Corbin, got obliterated by the people on the internet, got obliterated by the fans. People were chanting Kurt Angle, people were chanting for Corbin, and Corbin was just getting off the edges of a JBL Angle, an alliance that didn't do him any favors, and people were already done with Corbin. So the fact that he was getting cheered over this guy, Gable Steveson, again, just wasn't helping him out as well. And then after that, he was done. We didn't see him on TV. He was showing up at live events, but people didn't even care. He was showing up. No, he was wrestling dark matches. Like, he wrestled a dark match against, Cameron Grimes, who's also no longer part of the company. And it just, no one cared. And so now he's gone with the company. And it's probably the best. It honestly is the best because it's just, he wasn't going to work out in the WWE with the way things were going, with the way things were set up. Gable Steveson was just another WWE pet project, another WWE experiment that just went completely wrong. They tried to make him, but just from both sides, it just didn't work out. Because Gable Steveson just wasn't fit for the WWE. And allegations are not everybody is obviously just gonna get in the WWE and be that, make it to the WWE. Not everyone can make it to that stage. So I'm just going to assume he'll just do the amateur wrestling stuff because, again, two-time NCAA national champion, a dude clearly hella talented at that. So I'm assuming he'll just keep doing on that. I heard he might do the Olympics this year. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but like I said, I heard a slight rumor. But yeah, that is why Gable Steveson pretty much went wrong. That's why he was just a failure in the WWE. And it is what it is at the end of the day.